Hey, my fellow angling enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for all things fishing. Today, we're diving deep into the much-anticipated fishing forecast for Wednesday, the 7th of January 2026, right here in the beautiful waters of Ireland. I know what some of you are thinking. January, it's cold. But trust me, friends, this day holds some unique opportunities and challenges that we absolutely need to talk about. We've got a waning gibbous moon, a bit of winter chill, and some classic Irish resilience that could just lead to a memorable catch. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to turn a cold winter's day into a hot fishing session and why this specific day might just surprise you with some fantastic bites. Let's get right into the heart of the matter: what's biting and where to find them. Based on the conditions, we're looking at a day that definitely favors the patient and well-prepared angler. First up, and always a winter favorite, is the mighty pike. These freshwater predators don't mind the cold one bit. On the 7th of January, they'll still be actively cruising the larger lofts and slower-moving rivers across Ireland. My experience tells me to focus on deeper water, particularly along drop-offs, weed beds that are still holding structure, or the main channels of our river systems. Canals are also a fantastic bet, especially near any available structure like sunken trees or underwater ridges where they can ambush prey. Forget fast, flashy retrieves, friends. This is prime time for static methods. A well-presented deadbait, think a ledgered or float-fished herring or mackerel, placed right on the bottom will be your best friend. They're conserving energy, so a substantial, easy meal is what they're after. Use a wire trace, of course, for those toothy critters. Next, we have the feisty perch. Unlike some other species, perch will continue to feed in the coldest spells, but their metabolism is slow, so you need to find them. Focus on deeper holes in rivers, marina basins, and the bottom of steep banks on the lofts. Be mobile. If you don't get a bite in 20 to 30 minutes, move on. Finesse is the name of the game here. The drop shot method truly shines, allowing you to suspend a small, soft plastic lure just off the bottom, imparting subtle action without moving its position too much. You can literally dance that lure on the spot, enticing those lethargic perch. For our dedicated sea anglers, cod is a prime target for shore fishing in January. They'll be closer to shore at this time of year, looking for easy food. Search for them over sandy or stony beaches, as well as around reefs and larger estuaries. Places like Wexford Harbour and some of the Wicklow beaches have a reputation for good cod catches from the shore. The best bait? Peeler crab, especially when tipped with a strip of squid or mackerel for a cocktail bait, is highly effective. Fish it on a strong bottom rig. The colder water means they'll be less active, so a good scent trail is absolutely crucial to draw them in. And for those dedicated and brave enough, we have the majestic Atlantic salmon, specifically the early running springers. January 1st marks the opening of salmon season on a handful of Ireland's iconic rivers, like the Drowse in the northwest. These fish are true fighters and are often some of the largest of the season. You'll need to target deeper pools and runs, especially those with good holding water after any recent rains. Fly fishing with heavy flies or spinning with classic salmon lures like Toby or Flying Sea can be productive. The key here is patience and understanding your chosen river. These early fish are often moving through, so it's about being in the right place at the right time. Now let's talk about the conditions that are shaping our day on the 7th of January. Weather-wise, we're looking at a high-pressure system dominating, bringing mostly dry conditions across Ireland. However, a chilly northeasterly airflow means daytime temperatures will be on the cooler side, ranging from about 3 to 9 degrees Celsius. Overnight, expect some sharp frosts with temperatures dropping to between -1 and -4 degrees Celsius. Wind will be light to moderate, generally from the east or northeast, averaging around 28 kilometers per hour. We might see some patchy rain, around 3 to 4.5 millimeters. These conditions, friends, mean fish will be more lethargic, hugging the bottom and deeper structures. The stable pressure is a plus, but the cold and potentially biting easterly wind will make them less willing to move far for a meal. As for water temperature, inland waters will be hovering around 4 to 7 degrees Celsius. Along the coast, sea temperatures will be chilly, ranging from around 7 to almost 10 degrees Celsius, with Dublin Bay seeing around 9 to 10 degrees Celsius. Remember, water takes longer to warm and cool than air, so while the air is cold, the water is relatively more stable, but still significantly cold for fish metabolism. This means fish will be conserving energy, making them less inclined to chase fast-moving baits. Moving on to the moon phase, on the 7th of January 2026, well be under a waning gibbous moon. The moon will be about 78 to 85% illuminated and getting smaller each day. This is about 4 days after the full moon. Many anglers believe that a waning moon, especially after a full moon, can lead to a period of slower activity as fish have gorged during the brighter nights. Combined with a low ocean tide, this might mean a slightly tougher bite during the day, but perhaps a short window of increased activity around moonrise or moonset. Overall fish activity across Ireland will be on the capricious to average side for the 7th of January. The cold temperatures will generally slow things down, but the stable high pressure and the recent full moon offer a glimmer of hope. Predatory species like pike and perch are still very much catchable if you adapt your tactics. Shore cod fishing can also be surprisingly good. However, species like salmon, while their seasons are open, might be slow to show in these colder conditions. So, my friends, I give the overall bite for January 7th, 2026, a capricious to medium rating. The stable high pressure is good, and the recent full moon offers some promise, but the chilly northeasterly wind and very cold water temperatures will make our fish lethargic. You will need patience, slow presentations, and a keen eye for subtle takes. It's a day for the dedicated, but those who put in the effort could be handsomely rewarded. So while January 7th, 2026 isn't going to be a thrower line anywhere and catch fish kind of day, it's certainly not one to stay home from. With the right tactics, plenty of patience, and a bit of determination, you could land a fantastic winter specimen. I wish you all tight lines and glorious catches. May you have nothing but fish with tails and scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more expert tips, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single cast. And I want to hear from you. What are your plans for fishing this week? What's your go-to winter bait or lure in these conditions? Share your observations and tips in the comments below. Tight lines, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one.